Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olasoye, but you can call me Sidon J. And this is News Review, where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. The sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number you're seeing on the screen or send us a message and we'll reply as soon as possible. I'm not the only one in the building. I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophet, the man will resemble Wiki. Good morning to all of us out there.
All right, let's start with Punch newspaper for today. Most abductions in Abuja, others not reported. Victims fearless. Lawless elders turn Ekiti multi-million naira farms to grazing land. Marketers will pay naira for Dangote for, says Ipman. No half measures. Tinubu sell refineries. Then on Vanguard newspaper, Nigeria qualities for 13th African Games. Cameroon rolls out world first malaria vaccine. Federal government working to address poverty, insecurity, Wike. Akeredolu for burial, February 23, family. Then on Daily Post newspaper, Supreme Court finally releases CTC of December judgment. Federal government to rehabilitate 4 rescued Abuja girls. Tinubu can never support looting of public assets. Adeleke to Osun APC leaders. School feeding resumes in Osun schools. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. Then when we're back, we talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet. With
Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor Nokpa Abbas that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Cool, Abba Flusher, Abba Powder, Abba everything.
Abba Tonic. Abba Mixture.
Yes, exactly. All right, the first headline for today is alleged food poisoning. School feeding resumes in Osun schools.
You know what happened last was that there are some set of students that ate some of those food and they started vomiting. It was like food poisoning. You know, the rumors spread all over the country. That was the reason why they stopped this thing. Now, exactly. I believe when they are coming back to restore it back now, the visibility study might have been done to know what really happened. And the set of people they are going to employ to be cooking this food, they might have screened them to some certain extent.
It's just like what happened then was the political propaganda, because people were seeing this like maybe they are not happy with the fact that PDP now owns Osun State. So the APC are just trying to tackle the government through that.
And then it was the fault of the APC if PDP is taking over the state. If PDP has taken over the state, because I believe what killed the APC in that state was the overconfidence of the former governor, hoping and thinking that the current president will be in support, and everybody with his own.
Well, the federal government school feeding program in St. James Primary School B, People, Oshogbo, has resumed. The program was earlier suspended over alleged poisoning of some pupils in the school in December 2023. Daily Post recalls that late last year, about 18 pupils of St. James Primary School B were hospitalized after eating a midday meal of rice, egg, and vegetables. The state government later moved in and suspended the feeding program in the school after stakeholders demanded a thorough investigation of the development. The state government directed a probe into the incident and subjected the affected pupils to a test at the Osun State University Teaching Hospital, Oshogbo. Commissioner for Education, Dikpo Eluwole, later revealed that the pupils were all certified, except one that observed to be suffering malnutrition. So that's what I wanted to say. Like, maybe that particular day, most of those kids that they thought they were being poisoned. They should check what they ate from home.
From their various home before coming to the school. Because they were not the only one that ate part of the food.
Exactly. And it was not everybody that ate the food that was poisoned.
That was being poisoned.
Well, also, a delegation of the federal government led by Senior Special Assistant to the President on School Feeding, Yetunde Adeniji, paid a visit to Osun State. According to her, the visit was a fact-finding one to get abreast the update on the purported food poisoning on December 12 under the state government's homegrown school feeding program. The federal government will be establishing a monitoring and evaluation unit to ensure continued commitment to the safety and success of school feeding programs across the country. In the coming days, our office will ensure government policies are strictly adhered to across the federation to standardize school feeding programs in Nigeria, among other sweeping reforms. Sir, I'm not saying the movement of feeding pupils is not a good thing. To me, it's a very good development. But then we know how government of Nigeria, we know how they operate. Now they are using this. They can be using this opportunity to embezzle some money from the pocket of the government. They're saying they are feeding.
Let me come in. Even if they don't feed, if they want to embezzle money, that does not stop them of embezzling the money. So let them feed those children. They will acquire. I believe this will even create job opportunity
for some people,
for some set of people. So let them come in on. But whatever they want to embezzle, we have no Nigerian government and the so-called ruiners we call leaders today to be an embezzlement. So is there anything new about it?
Well, I think this whole thing must be done across the schools in Nigeria, not just in Osun State.
Not just
because I don't think it's happening in Lagos and Ogun State. I've not heard about it.
I heard about it in Ogun State some times ago. I don't know if it's still existing. I heard about it.
What about in the East? Because now that they said Nigeria is just for the North and the Southwest, the East are not enjoying anything. But I do tell people that most of the things that they are enjoying in the eastern part of Nigeria and the Middle Belt, most of the Nigerian states are not enjoying it. Talking about the amnesty programs and all
for those oil producing
exactly
was being given to them based on that they were the one that owns us that crude oil. So you see, Nigerian matter at times you don't need to put more, you don't need to prognose much. What you need to do is to focus on your family, because the so-called leaders that are there, they don't have the love of the masses in mind. Their own is just to get to power by force. You remember when President Goodluck Jonathan did the first subsidy removal? These so-called people that are in power today were those that campaigned against him, telling the old Nigerians that subsidy is a scam. There was nothing like subsidy. At the end of the day, subsidy was returned. Now they are in power now. Fireme could come out and say they knew that what Jonathan's did then was right, but they manipulated the heart of the people to get into power.
Well, we all know politics is a game.
And nobody is saying anything about it.
Well, let's move on to the next headline here. Lawless herders turn Ekiti multi-million naira farms to grazing land. Farmers at Igede, a farm stead in Ado Ekiti, the capital city of Ekiti State, invested millions of naira in cultivating their farms. But they are currently in tears as a result of the destruction of their farms by others, Abiodun Nejo writes. Some farmers at Igede, a farm stead under Ado Ekiti, the capital city of Ekiti State, are hoping they can recover from the losses running into several millions of naira they suffered due to destruction of their farms, spanning several hectares by herdsmen and their cattle. So, you know, this thing has happened before. I think it's Ekiti State, whereby we saw one farmland that these herdsmen went there, you know, destroyed their farmland, and the owner of the farm had to send them, maybe, I don't know what they call, maybe thunder or something in Yoruba.
No, it wasn't it happens in Ondo State.
Okay, I say, okay, it's on Ondo State.
I think Ijare precisely. You see what happened here? I could recall during the period of the ex-governor Fireme, there was some set of Amotekun that was set out that any if any X-man that took his cow to somebody's farm to destroy somebody's farm, that those cows should be arrested. I remember some of those cows were moved to the headquarters, that were moved to the capital, the state capital in Ado-Ekiti, that those that owns the cow, if you really want the cow back, you have to pay some amount of money at least to pay back to the farmer. I believe the present governor, Governor Oyebanji, should also do the same thing, and those perpetrators should be brought to justice.
Well, they said it would take the intervention of the government to stop the menace of the nomadic herdsmen who feed their crops to their cattle whenever they come around, in addition to being a threat to their continued interest in farming. Governor Biodun Oyebanji, concerned about the crisis between farmers and elders, as well as other crimes in the farms that posed great threats to peace and food security in the state, and in September 2023, we constituted the State Farmers Elders Peace Committee. The committee, which included cattle breeders, herdsmen, farmers, security outfits, and traditional rulers, among others, was saddled with responsibilities including mitigating clashes between farmers and herdsmen and ensuring a greater level of productivity. Consequently, as a proactive way to prevent the occurrence of clashes during the dry season with the anticipated north-south movement of elders, the committee in November last year extracted a commitment from stakeholders to work together and prevent nomadic elders from grazing on farms in the state. One of the affected farmers, who identified himself as Ibrahim, alleged that between December 2023 and January 2024, about 30 farms were destroyed by Fulani herders. I don't think this is going to stop on time if they don't take it hard on these herders.
I believe we have governor in this state. We have governor in that state that is governing. Why would the governor keep quiet on this?
No, he's not keeping quiet. He said they want to recall the meeting they had last.
Is there any need of recalling a meeting? The meeting has been done, that nobody should breach the contract of the meeting, and some set of people are now coming out to breach the contract of the meeting. Automatically, the leader of the X-man in that state, the chairman, should be arrested.
Well, Ibrahim said the recent destruction was massive. They destroyed my farm and wreaked havoc on my brother's in-law's farm. About 30 of us were affected. Farming is our means of economic livelihood. These people are silently killing us. The time for the government to take action is now. I appeal to the Governor Oyebanji, Ekiti State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Dare Ogundare, and the Commandant of Ekiti Amotekun Corps, Brigadier General Olu Adewa, retired, to save us from unwarranted and willful destruction being wreaked on our farms, Ibrahim said. A middle-aged farmer, Pastor Tunde Umaru, who said he had been farming at Igede for the past 10 years, lamented that the herdsmen destroyed their cassava crops and yam seedlings. He said, "I am in serious pain. What I lost is to the tune of millions of naira. It is from the farms that I get money to fend for my family, send children to school, and as well take care of my elderly mother. This development will have a serious negative effect on food production. The yam seedlings we were supposed to cultivate to produce yam are used to feed cows. They come at night, destroy our cassava, and uproot our yam seedling for their cattle. We cannot harvest cassava again." Umaru, however, said that the way forward to save the farmers and promote food security was for government to assist the farmers, saying the government should assist us and caution these herders. Let the two herdsmen arrested by the police following our report of the destruction of our farm be made to call their leaders so we can sit down and iron things out. So now,
two of them has been arrested.
Yes, two of the herdsmen have been arrested.
They will come in the night. There is a drastic measure needed to be taken.
So aside the farm,
you can't because you own a cattle now. You use your own business to affect my own business. And when you look at what is going on now, the reason why most of those people that are supposed to talk are not talking is because some of those people that are there in high power in the state, most of them were the one that holds all this.
Thank you. That is exactly where I'm going to.
That is the reason why they are not talking.
Most of these politicians, commissioners,
in to oppress the poor.
They are hiring these herdsmen to help them in,
in taking care of the cattle.
Exactly. So that's the reason why they don't want to come in and say anything. You won't be shocked, even if the governor had hands in the earth.
If the people of the town now come out and take a drastic measure now, will you come out and begin to blame those people because you own a business and you use your own business to affect others?
Well, going out at night is risky, and now that it's night period, these people bring out their cows to feed them on another person's farm. That's too bad. And we're talking about the security measure in Nigeria. I think it's getting worse because we're complaining on kidnapping and now it's herdsmen again destroying the farms.
And their means of surviving in Ekiti State is just to farm. No any other business that they do there.
Can you imagine?
So how do you want these people to exist in this hardship, in this hard economy that we find ourselves in, that people were using those things to sustain themselves? Because you want to do a business or you have a cow, you use that to affect other people's business. Now when the so-called people now come out, when they now come out, mobilize themselves and begin clash now, you people will be running that tasketa saying you didn't send them to that extent.
I hope they will start arresting innocent people.
Innocent people.
Well, let's move on to the last headline. Federal government working to address poverty, insecurity, Wike. The FCT minister, Mr. Osun Wike, says the federal government is working to improve the nation's economy with a view to addressing poverty, one of the drivers of insecurity. Wike, who stated this during the media interaction in Abuja yesterday, explained that poverty and the economy were two sides of a coin, just as poverty and criminality were connected. If the economy is good, it means a lot of things will function well, and that will be able to reduce poverty. When the economy is working well, there will be a lot of employment creation. When the economy is good, business will thrive, and this is what the current governor is trying to do.
The current governor or the current...
the current government, rather.
Government. Okay, let me come in by saying this. The first thing the so-called president of Nigeria did when he got into power was to devalue the naira. That was the first thing he did. So all these ones that Wike is coming out to tell us they are into this, they are into that, it's just a cajole. Because this set of people have been brainwashed to go and tease the whole Nigerians that don't worry, things will soon get better. Because they know what they are doing. The first thing they did, in the history of so-called Nigerian, what we are facing presently, where in the history of so-called Nigerian, come to an existence during the period of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because it has never happened in this. Okay, now go to market now. A bag of rice is sold for 60,000 naira. A bag of rice. During the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, a bag of rice was sold for 7,000 naira. When Buhari came in, at least I think it was
25.
So how do you want to make the economy work when you devalued the naira, all for the interest of you people that are sitting down there? And when you look at the video that is circulating, most especially this minister that was being suspended, Beta Edu, when the minister wanted to give somebody a lunch money, it was given in dollars, not in naira.
So I even saw some set of women trying to plead for Beta Edu, trying to
because they are feeding on them, because they are feeding on Beta Edu. It is their source of income. You understand what I'm saying? So for Wike to have come out, do you know how many people out there that have been watched go into the midst of the people, begin to tell them, Baba is working, Baba is working. Baba is not working, not until when we see a better Nigeria. That is what people, we need an action, not an action with word. We need somebody who is going to back his word with an immediate action.
Well, Osun Wike further explained that the federal government, through its subsidy removal and other economic policies, was working hard to improve the country's economy, which had been in a terrible state for a very long time. He urged Nigerians to wait patiently, adding that the measures would in the long run improve the economy as a practical solution to poverty reduction. While acknowledging the contribution of the poverty to the rising insecurity in the FCT and the country, the minister stressed that poverty was not peculiar to FCT alone. He added that the FCTA would not be able to reduce poverty within the territory when it was tied to the national economy. According to him, the FCT administration will not take decisions that affect only the economy of the territory. He, however, said that the administration could invest in agricultural production, skill acquisition, and information and communication technology to create jobs, but the impact will not be felt immediately. So now, President told us removing the subsidy is gone. That was what he said when he was being when he became the Nigerian president. So now he told us to be calm, that things will get better. We should just you know.
Till when
that is exactly what I'm saying. Now, what the president did led to insecurity in Nigeria. Now Wike is telling us to be calm. Till when?
Food in other things, because people see kidnapping as a means of surviving in Nigeria and as a means of getting themselves rich. No any other alternative. Before, I believe, according to what the so-called president they said when he was campaigning, that he has been serving them for the past 30 years, you might have understand the system very well.
Exactly.
And you know what you are going there to do. The first thing was that to do your feasibility study. If a subsidy is going to be removed, what am I going to use to cushion the effect? Not this palliative money that was being given to states. To all the governors that they feel they consider themselves.
The money was just paid once, even in Osun State,
and it was shared within among them, giving a whole community that have almost 100 houses one bag of rice that is not up to 10 kg.
Imagine.
Believing that you know what you are going there to do. So for you to have removed the subsidy, you might have looked for an alternative, at least to cushion the effect. If it is not up to 100% or 80%, at least it should be around 50%.
Sir, people are now coming to Nigeria to start a lucrative business, which is illegal in the country, kidnapping. We have people coming down to Nigeria to start kidnapping business, buying ammunition for people that are ready to work, to kidnap, so they can get ransom and pay them back. So they are not doing kidnapping business as a salary job. So you work for me, you kidnap 2 people, then I give you so amount
of money,
and we share the money. Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatuji, but you can call me Sidon J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We see you again tomorrow. Be good and be hardworking. Bye.